I want something a little spoiled.
Everybody want this cookie. My spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie. My spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie. My spoiled rotten cookie. Yeah, everybody wants this cookie. My spoiled rotten cookie.
Alright, people, I'm not gonna keep y'all too late tonight. We're gonna get right into what we got to talk about. And so you might be wondering who that puffy-faced lady is. That is Medina Melina, the lady that did interview with Tasha K. But we are gonna get to her story in just a sec. So let's cut the music, damn it. And let's bring y'all in. What is up, people? I know this is a late exclusive. This is last minute. These stories were supposed to come out tomorrow, but I just got wind that pretty much the whistle was going to be blown by the time we woke up in the morning, and I ain't got time for that. Y'all know I work very hard to bring these exclusives. I work very hard to get people to trust me, and so all this shit I'm bringing it out before other people jump on it and try to take credit, okay? And then when your sources are getting a little bit emotional, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for emotions. I'm running the business over here, all right? So, let me know that you can hear me and see me good before we get it popping. Y'all can hear me and see me? Who was that in the beginning? That was Medina Melina, but we're actually going to get to that later. I'm going to assume you guys can hear me and see me good, and I'm going to move on and get into the damn story. Okay, cool. Perfect. 10 days. Okay, cool. People posting everything else, but what's going on? Okay, first thing first. So the first exclusive I got today is actually going to be about Donald Trump. I actually have a source that works at Walter Reed Hospital, which is where he was taken, as well as a source that's friends with a staff member at the White House. Sorry for who's ever in the White House. Y'all look, y'all got a hole somewhere, okay? And them people watch me. So that lets you know if the staff at the White House is watching your boy. Donald Trump, you be watching me too? You know, late at night you be rubbing that big old belly, watching me laughing as we drag you online. Yeah, I'm sure we do, because you know you do way more online than you actually do at your job. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, not really. All right, so according to my source, even though it was a lot of speculation that the whole COVID-19 scare was fake, that he was faking this to get out of debates, this source does not know if he was maybe given this virus or not, but long story short, Donald Trump actually had COVID-19. This can actually be confirmed, and so I'm not even going to say allegedly, like he had it. Okay, he said he had it. A lot of people were saying he was lying, but no, according to my source, he actually did. As a matter of fact, when he actually arrived at the hospital, he looked really sick, and they said that he was as pale as a ghost. And I said, well, pale as a ghost, he is white, but I said, well, wait a minute now, you got to understand. Even with white people, they have a certain fleshy tone to their skin, but when they're pale, it's like all the life is left out of their body. I mean, they look bad. You know, when we look pale, we look bad, but when they look pale, they look bad. And so he didn't have none of the orange makeup on, none of the bronze. Yes, a lot of it is makeup and bronzer. No word on if they made him take his tracks out before he actually went into the went to get tested, went to actually go see the doctor. And I don't know about all that. Okay, the tracks were in place. They were in place just like Candace's. But what we do know was that he took all the stuff off his face and he looked really sick. As a matter of fact, once he got to the hospital, he was demanding to his staff, to the security as well as staff in the hospital. And Donald Trump, why was you trying to order the staff in the hospital around? Them nurses and shit got stuff to do. They ain't got time to tend to your little petty needs. Well, apparently he wanted to make sure that he was given that he was given blank paper and Sharpies so that while he was actually in the hospital, he could look busy and look like he was working. Because he didn't want the staff judging him. Because him just laying in the bed waiting on the doctor apparently just looked a little too, you know, non-presidential, you know, except that's what we go to hospitals for, to actually get help. And so hospitals are used to seeing the sick and ill. And so it just goes to show you the narcissism that people have, that even when they're sick with a potentially deadly virus, you know, Donald Trump is a man of a certain age and a certain BMI. You know, that belly done lapped over that belt a long time ago. He looked like he still be trying to squeeze in a size 42 when you were clearly a size 48, but you ain't heard it from me. And I guess if you pay them hoes enough, they'll tell you that it's sexy, just like they told Rick Ross it was sexy for years too. So he clowned in the hospital, and oh my God, I gotta get paper, I gotta get Sharpies, I gotta get paper, I gotta get Sharpies. Last time I wrote some notes in Sharpies, I was high as hell, but you ain't heard that from me, all right? Now, some words about Walter Reed Hospital, according to my source. is that this is a hospital that's known for doing some trickery stuff. Okay, they say that they, according to my source, they treat people like guinea pigs, and they use a lot of experimental methods and medicines on their patients. Okay, and of course, it's a military hospital. It's the hospital that the president go to, and so guess what? All of this shit is connected to the government, which means if the government really wanted to get rid of Trump, all they would have to do is just go through the staff at Walter Reed and just tell us that something else happened. They could tell us that COVID-19 took him out and we will believe it, when in fact maybe they could have injected something at the hospital, gave him something that wasn't going to react to his body. We don't know. But according to my sources, hospital just has a really bad reputation of really just treating people like straight up guinea pigs, okay? In addition to that, his personal staff that serves him 24/7 at the White House, of course, they were exposed to the COVID-19 virus. And instead of letting them stay home and get well, he was actually begging for them to come in to work and still service him, even though he wasn't even sure if he was going to be back at the White House or not. And so I just find that to be not only narcissistic, but super selfish. Like, sir, you have caught a virus that you have put a lot of people at risk, and not just your staff, the kids when they go home, their parents, if they have seniors and elderlies around them and stuff. Like, this stuff, low key, this whole COVID-19 scare is like, it's like a 2020 version of the movie Contagion or 28 Days Later. Like, I just feel like I'm living in a movie and not living in reality. But anyway, long story short, to wrap it up, basically some little tea about the White House is that it was actually built on the burial grounds of Akakawe, I can't say it right, but Akakokeek and Pikataway Indians. All right. Anyway, the White House is built on Indian burial grounds, and according to my source, the reason why there's so much turmoil around the White House right now is not just because of who Donald Trump is because literally, spirits haunted, okay? Which is why shit is always happening there. Not to mention they have a whole underground world under the White House for Donald Trump, and that was exactly where the Indians used to dig out back in the day to escape from the harsh winters. And so I just love how the White House was built by slaves and built on top of Indian burial ground. But when I researched the Indian tribes, the first people that came up looked black, and then when I did more research, they looked like these people over here. But that's another story for another day. So, moving right along from that, just so y'all know, your president actually had the COVID-19 virus. And he clowned at the hospital. Is anybody surprised? Is anybody surprised? I'm just saying, I'm not. All right, y'all ready to move on? Let's get to what we really came here for, okay? I know it's super late, so everybody's just gonna catch this shit in the morning. All right, next, we got an exclusive on Ryan the Henry, okay? Ryan Henry is from VH1 show Black and Crew. He is the man that a lot of women swoon over. Pretty much, they love him for the hair. If it wasn't for the hair, I don't really know if y'all would look at this man twice. But it is what it is, okay? He's been in the press a lot lately, but I can now confirm through my source, and I don't even really think I'm gonna say allegedly, but allegedly, all right? He has been sleeping for over a year with his best friend's baby mama. And what makes this story even worse is that the best friend has been fighting cancer for the last year as well. Now, thank God the man is cancer free. His name is Anthony Lindsay. So let me actually show you the best friend right here. This is the best friend. Now, I know this might not be the best picture of him here, but literally when I went to Anthony's Instagram to pull a picture, every picture was of him shirtless. And so I didn't really think that was going to get the point of this whole exclusive across, but here you go right here. So these two have been best friends really for decades at this point. And I'm going to prove to you that not only, do they know each other, but, this is some messed up stuff, okay? All right, so not only have they been friends for the longest, Ryan Henry is actually the godfather to Anthony's godson. So let's get into it, okay? The lady that Ryan was smashing, her name, I can't tell y'all her name. Damn it. Okay, because of privacy concerns, I cannot say this lady's name, but go over to the members or either Patreon, and I'm going to list all the tea, all the receipts, all the videos up there. But I got to be careful over here. But this is the baby mama to Anthony, and this is the one that Ryan has been smashing for over a year. As a matter of fact, Anthony just found out about the smashation this past Wednesday, and this is how the story went down. So Anthony has been off and on with his baby mama for the longest. They have a child who appears to be around, I would say about 4 years old, okay? So they've been off and on. You know how it is with baby mamas and baby daddies. You're never truly really done until you're done, okay? And so this particular Wednesday, he was smashing her. I don't even want to call it making love, because when you off and on or you still love one another, I don't know. I feel like, or maybe he makes love to her and Ryan screws her. Even though I feel like Ryan looks like the love maker and Anthony looks like the squirrel. But I could totally have it wrong. Right? So anyway, they had just got through making the relations, okay? And after Anthony relieved himself, he finished, okay? He rolled over, ended up scrolling in her phone. And they always say when you go in somebody's phone, when you go looking for trouble, you're probably going to find it. And in her phone, he found all of the proof that Ryan and, I can't say her name, and the baby mama had been smashing for over a year. And he was very hurt by this, although he couldn't really get too mad at his baby mama because they are off and on, but he's more mad at Ryan because this is literally the betrayal of a best friendship. As in addition to that, their families hang out, their families vacation. So this family is pretty much broken up forever. I don't know how they're going to recover. But to make things worse, Rachel, Ryan's baby mama, is actually super hurt by this as well. Now, remember a little while ago when Rachel told us that it was real ghetto dating him? You know, and don't believe all the hype you see on the show. Don't believe the hype. They ain't no damn good. Okay, so let's move right along. I wanted to show y'all proof that they was actually friends. Okay, so this is actually from August 13th. You see Ryan, you see Rachel in the middle. Then there's Anthony there, the dark-skinned man with the abs. And then the woman that's next to him is his baby's mother. Her name, I'm going to tell you over on the members and Patreon, okay? So they vacation together. This is Lake Michigan at the Chicago lakefront. This is on August 13th. Anthony said the most important thing in life will always be the people in the room. Dang, you just didn't know that Ryan was in your girl, you know. Y'all in the room, Ryan and your girl. All right, y'all closer. Y'all was closer than you noticed. All right, right here, right now. Salute me, familia. Missing you guys. And as you can see, Rachel and her Instagram is Rachella put a black heart and commented on it. So if you think if Ryan or Rachel try to come out and say they don't know him, oh no, ma'am, yes you do. Moving right along from that to the next story. There's another picture of them two right here. Same trip at Lake Michigan on the Chicago lakefront, taking a picture that, you know, a lot of people take, all right? If you go through Ryan's Instagram, it's a lot of shirtless pics with him and his guy friends. That's just kind of what they do. They all work out. They all proud of their bodies. I just feel like you ain't really going to be taking no pictures like that, like this, and be that close with your women and your childrens, because what y'all didn't see, or what you may not have noticed, is that I blacked out some stuff on that other photo because their kids are there. So I'm gonna show all that on Patreon and members. Just letting you know. Okay, this is another trip that they took. Actually, on August 2nd, they went to Wisconsin. They rented out this big old cabin together, and it's a whole gang of them. Once again, I blacked out all the kids, all the cousins, everybody that looks under the age of 18. But in this picture, you got Ryan, you got Anthony, and you got a bunch of grown folks. So these two have been tight for the longest, okay? In addition to that, here's another photo of them in a hot tub together, just hanging like bros do. Like, look, like you can tell they love one another. You can tell this is a brotherly bond, and I just don't understand why somebody who's your brother, why you would spite him like that. But didn't Cain kill Abel, or what was the brothers in the Bible that fought? I need to read my damn Bible. Okay, anyway, so moving right along, like I told y'all in the beginning, in addition to all of this stuff, while Ryan was smashing the ex, Anthony has been fighting cancer over the last year. So I'm going to show you a video of the day that Anthony found out that he had beat the cancer, okay? This was last year, October 2019, and he was smashing around that time. Let's get it.
Kate's mom, my friend, Rachel, me and Bert, they're doing me this whole journey, man. Like, today, to be cancer free, like, it's crazy. Like, yeah. Like, I always believed in my heart that I was gonna beat this shit. This nigga, even when I didn't believe it, hit like, nigga, for Katie. But the doctor called me and said,
all right. So you see it right there. That was the day he found out he was cancer free. He got all of his best friends together, and they took a shot of Henny. Now, hey, you beat cancer, you take a shot of Henny. I guess so, all right. But that Henny is probably what got that girl in the bed with Ryan. And now that I think about it, even though Anthony admits he was not with his baby mama, that they've been off and on, he feels like the baby mama should always have been off limits, and I agree. But this is what I'm thinking too. While Anthony was going through those cancer treatments, maybe with the chemo and all the stuff that they give him, it's such an unfortunate disease. Maybe he literally couldn't perform. And I'm not saying this is an excuse for his baby mama to go sleep with Ryan, but maybe Ryan felt like he was fulfilling a duty. I don't know. It gets deep, all right? It gets real deep, okay? So now, in addition to that, I wanted to show you guys from Ryan's page where he actually gave a shout out to Anthony, all right, his best friend, proven. Y'all tight. Y'all brothers. This is the brother you never had, Ryan. And now you're treating him like he ain't shit. Okay. Ryan said, happy birthday to my brother, Anthony Lindsay. This is our first year in 3 years. We are celebrating you for cancer free. So literally, he suffered from it for 3 years. You came in at the tail end at the last year and started smashing this girl. And that's just what the girl admitted to. But you ain't heard that from me. I took you around the country to over 20 cities with me to keep your spirits up. No more worries over our heads. You've given so much to this city. Tonight we will all party like you. And tonight you will party in his girl's vagina. Even though I will fight him in a second and beat his girl's cookie up too. He means the world to me. Love you, bro. Lightweight. Now let me tell you something. I don't know what kind of love this is right here, but I don't want it. I don't want my best friend to look at me and I'm going through something, God forbid, going through something like cancer, you know, and he's by my side and he's taking me around and trying to keep my spirits up. And I guess he felt like, well, I'm spending money on you. I might as well smash your girl too. See, Ryan, he might have forgave you if it just would have been that first time. But just the fact that you kept going back for more and more and more and more and more, because you know you love everything that ain't yours. You love a dysfunctional ass relationship too. You know, one day, Ryan, you will realize that you will be the old nigga in the club that nobody cares about. Like, I know you done rolled this wave of your silky wavy type 3 hair your whole entire life. You know, you got the hair that a lot of people want. I know you have rolled that wave. But one day you will get old. You will get fat. And there will be nobody there that actually cares about you. I'm just saying. All this karma gonna come back one day. All right, moving right along from that. So in addition to being best friends with one another, okay? Guess what? Ryan is also the godfather of Anthony's son. Now, they did a commercial together. If you go over to Ryan's IG, he's actually a spokesperson for Miel Organic Shampoo. Basically, they use him because basically he has the hair that people like. And people gonna think if they use a shampoo, they gonna have hair like him. That's a good marketing tip. He gets in the shower and he takes a shower, washes his hair, and the shit sells. Good ass marketing, but in this particular commercial here, he actually bathed and ended up washing the hair of his godson to show that the shampoo and the conditioner works on kids as well. Can't show you the video, can't show you the unedited photo here, but they will all be on members and Patreon. But for me to see you not only bathe another man's son, wash his hair, use him in a commercial, he seemed very acquainted with you. This is a kid that I can tell basically you have a hand in raising too, Ryan, and that's a beautiful thing. But just because you helping to raise your godson don't mean you need to be smashing his mama. And then it got me thinking, like, golly, this could get really like messy, right? Because Ryan literally could go over to baby mother's house to act like he gonna pick up the godson to bring him back when he have his boys for the weekend. And you know he might come in there with some McDonald's, you know, get a kid some McDonald's while he in the playroom, scroll to the back, close the door, you know, 20 minutes later come out sweaty, you know, take the kid and they go about their business. It's real smooth. Like, if you gonna dagger somebody, you usually hit them at the thing that's closest to them because they don't see it coming. This is messed up. And even Rachel is messed up over this, okay? Moving right along. Okay, I think that was it. So let's see if I missed any points. Okay. So now let's go back because I of course, you know, wanted to get all the questions that I could out of my source. Boop, 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 boop. All right, there we go. All right, so now, like I said, Ryan is godfathers to Anthony's kid. In addition to that, this is really sad. The family is broken up over this. Anthony is posting every other day. Everybody knows. It's not a secret, but the public doesn't know yet. No word if this whole storyline is going to be used for Black Ink Crew, because my source told me that right now they're not even sure if the show's going to come back. But I'm here to tell the VH1 network producers, I want my damn credit. And you need to include this shit as a storyline, because all that other stuff of an empty ass warehouse that you pretending to tell us is a tattoo shop that ain't got no customers, that y'all twerk and swim in kiddie pools filled with coochie juice and whipped cream. I want to see this right here. I want to see him fall out with the best friend, offer the best friend a contract. I want to see them all get into it. I want to see Rachel's take. Like, I want to see this shit. Now, this is good TV. And Storm got it here first, okay? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, lastly, like I said, he found out this past Wednesday he was smashing a girl. He saw it in her phone, And yeah, you know, the source feels like that no matter what, the baby mama should be off limits. And I absolutely agree. And so we was talking the other day about if Ryan is a scumbag, and according to the T, he absolutely is. All right. Y'all ready for Medina? Y'all ready for Medina? Green Eye said, didn't get any notification. You probably didn't get a notification because I came on at the last minute. Because like I said, you know, these the IG people, they get up by 5 something in the morning, and y'all wasn't finna steal my shit. I'm sorry. I work too hard for mine. All right, moving right along. We got to talk about Medina Melina. As you guys know, she got dragged to pure hell this past Friday on Fuckery Friday on Tasha's channel. A lot of y'all didn't understand why Tasha dragged her, but they had got into it previously, and Medina didn't like the way that she looked in the interview and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I got an exclusive for you too, okay? So Medina Melina has been seen on Growing Up Hip Hop, okay? She pretended to be cool with Fat Joe and acted like she was a celebrity manager, when in fact, according to my source, Medina has never been a celebrity manager. What Medina has been is club promoters, and she's been a club promoter since the 90s, okay? And back in the 90s, she used to kind of run in the circles of Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Fat Joe, and all of these people. This is how she got these connects from being a club promoter. So you got to remember, when it comes to these reality show people, famous people, period, internet folks, period, a lot of their stories in life is truth mixed in with lies, okay? So was she around these celebs? Yes. Did she have like one of their numbers, like to their managers? Yes. Could she book them? Yes. Were they friends? No. No. Medina inserts herself everywhere where she's not asked to be. As far as her relationship with Wendy, she is cool with Wendy, but she is an associate of Wendy, not actually her friend. And as a matter of fact, she is a toxic one in that friendship because she only calls Wendy when she needs some, when she wants a photo op, when she thinks there's an opportunity to be famous, because this woman here has been trying to be famous since the 90s, and the world ain't had it for her. The entertainment industry ain't had it for her. She could give up every hole for as long as she could. She could give it up to R. Kelly. He wouldn't have had it for her. It just wouldn't have worked. And she's a failed rapper as well. We're going to get into that in a minute, all right? And so while she's trying to call out Nene Leakes, you forgot to tell the world that you are a credit card fraud, scam artist, etc., okay? Allegedly. Now, first things first, back in July 19, 2013, a lady by the name of Medina Melina was actually called up in a sting operation on Dateline NBC, hosted by Chris Hansen. It's called Busted something. But anyway, the episode itself is Wild Wild West, a Wild Wild Whoa, Part 6. Just look it up. July 19, 2013. All right, this is Medina here. Her real name, members in Patreon. Okay, so what had happened is that Medina and her brother Baroque Santana, okay, her and her brother Baroque, or Barack, however you pronounce it, there's only one Barack I acknowledge. Your brother's name's gonna be Baroque. Okay, they made up a fake talent agency and made a fake casting calls, all just to get people to their office of a business that didn't even really exist, all just to sell people headshots. And so what you guys got to understand is that in the acting industry, because I went through it too, there are a lot of talent agencies that pop up out of nowhere. They promise you the world, they promise you skies and stars, when as a matter of fact they don't do nothing but have you pay $500 to $1,000 for some headshots, some comp cards, and you pretty much hope for the best, okay? So that's the thing. When you're getting into acting, when you get into modeling, you have to be really careful. You shouldn't have to come out of the pocket too much money. Like if you're coming out the pocket money right away, just beware. It's probably a scam. But I'm gonna play a clip from Dateline, and what you're gonna see is the fact that this audition was fake and the whole operation was fake. And Medina acted like she didn't know what the man was talking about. So let's play the first video here.
Interested in selling us those headshots.
Obviously, you're going to need headshots and resumes.
So are the cast.
Okay, then let's play the second one.
Medina Milana wasn't there, but she agreed to an on-camera interview the next day. When we met, she didn't recognize me from my audition.
I sat there
Yeah.
across from you.
From me?
From you.
I asked her why, instead of holding real auditions, would-be actors were being sold headshots taken by her half-brother Baruch.
Smile, no teeth.
Let me just be clear. Baruch is no longer with the company.
That's right.
All right. So what y'all think so far? What y'all think so far about Medina? You get caught by Chris Hansen, you are literally the worst of the worst. You are the scum of the earth. Yeah, she changed her whole entire face. Horrible plastic surgery. She really didn't need plastic surgery for real. She just to lose weight. That was it. I know. I know. Looking like Miss Piggy. I know. All right, so then moving right along, in addition to being a scam artist, con artist, whatever you want to call it, she has allegedly committed credit card fraud in the past. What you guys got to know, this is a woman that is almost 60 years old and would literally do anything to get a reality show, be on a talk show, be famous, period. And anytime she goes on the show, she will always play the role of a manager, of a celebrity manager. She's going to play that role, but it's absolutely fake. And basically, according to my source, you should watch everything around her. Don't log into nothing around her. Don't leave your phone around her. Don't leave your purse around her. She is a straight scammer, stealer, like Marlo Hampton style, okay? Turned up, all right? In addition to that, when it came to the show Growing Up Hip Hop, she was never supposed to be on that show. Her son was, and she ended up barging into his auditions to basically pitch herself and just didn't give a damn about him at all and ended up messing up his role on the show. Damn, Medina, you didn't even give a damn about your own child. You wants to be famous that bad. If you ain't got about 60 years old, honey, you probably ain't never gonna get it. Golly, you didn't even suck the right phallus. Well, speaking of sucking phalluses, all right, what you guys do gotta know is that she I'm sleepy. She had a failed career as a rapper. You see these two people right here? This is Snoop Dogg and his late uncle, Uncle Junebug, okay? I believe Uncle Junebug used to be on Snoop Dogg's reality show that he had on, like, E! Network back in the day. But anyway, it's that show that was like, my little daughter Corey, that's another story. I call her a chop because she called her shots. Yeah, whatever that show was called, all right? So now, moving right along from that, what's important to know is that Medina had a song and she really wanted Snoop Dogg to hop on it. I mean, nobody would hop on it. She tried to pay people to hop on it. They wouldn't do it. Like, nobody, like, her song was such utter gutter trash that nobody wanted it. So she actually had a connection with Uncle Junebug, and she had sex, allegedly, with Uncle Junebug to get a feature from Snoop Dogg. And the song is this right here. OG by Medina Melina, okay? She looks different even in that song, that picture, okay? But this is from 8 years ago. This is rap. The song went absolutely nowhere, but it's still available on SoundCloud. And so if you want to go and listen to OG, Medina Melina featuring Snoop Dogg, there you go, and there it is. But she actually gave him some in order to get that damn feature. Snoop Dogg didn't even really want to do it, but, you know, Uncle Junebug was like, you know, nephew, do it for me. I done already blew her back out. Least you can do is give her a little something. So he went in there and did it, and that's that. But even that went nowhere. And last but not least, she ended up going on with her brother to create another agency, a fake ass talent agency called Lights Camera Action. You can see the reviews there. They are all 1 star. The business has since closed because it was never really a business. It's literally a not a building, but literally an office. Her and her brother rents it out. They pretend to be an agency. They rack up a bunch of money in fees from headshots and comp cards, and that is how they pay the damn bills. That's that. That's that, people. So Medina's a thief, and she slept with Snoop Dogg's uncle, Ryan Henry, then slept with his best friend's girl, and Donald Trump actually had COVID-19 and clowned in the hospital because he wanted to look busy and not appear sick, and he looked sick as hell, pale as a horse. Was he the white horse that the Bible speaks of? I don't know. Again, what is the Dateline Day? July 13th. Hold up, let me find it for you. Now, I did hear she was in a group with Ice-T briefly, but that must didn't go nowhere. It didn't go nowhere. July 19th, 2013. Straight scammer alert. And I did that in 30 minutes, just like I wanted to. Okay, guys, so to not drag this on, it's already really late. I really hope you guys had a good time. Let me know what you think about these stories. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes of answering your questions here in the chat. And then we out here, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, for real, she was in a group with Ice-T. Okay. But her career didn't go anywhere outside of that. And that must didn't make her that much money because she been stealing. She been stealing ever since. People can be so desperate. How do you audition to a Z-list celebrity? Well, didn't nobody really know who she was for real. And what she probably said was, hey, I used to be a celebrity manager. That's what she always says. Even if you go look at the Hollywood Unlocked episode, I think it was from last year, because I was still working at Amazon. So yes, this was last year. This is when Jason Lee was hanging around Wendy, because he said that Wendy's going to get him a daytime talk show. Are y'all here for a Jason Lee daytime talk show? I don't know, but you might be, okay? But she tell that to everybody. So he does an interview in a room and Medina's there. Same thing. I'm a celebrity manager. So that's just her shtick. But it ain't really what she is. She's a failed rapper. She's a thief. She's a con artist, allegedly. Ryan blocking people. Yes, he did block his best friend after his best friend found out. And his best friend is super emotional right now. But I got to give his best friend credit, because in situations like this is how you end up with like another Sweetie Pie situation. You know, this could have really turned out to be bad. You know, and even though Anthony is not with the baby mother, like, just leave people baby mamas and baby daddies alone. Especially if you best friends and y'all are close like family. Not here for Jason Lee. Okay. I have tears rolling down my face. This was really worth me sitting up the extra time to watch. I'm new to your channel, but I really love it. Thank you, Shakota. Thank you, Shakota. I appreciate that. He better be a bodyguard. Ryan, all them weights you lifting, I hope you got hands. You might have to call Van, or not Forrest, don't fight either. You might have to call Van, or what's the other big one? Don. Now, Don got hands. You might have to call him to handle this, because... Ask Jaguar right about Lettucey. Yeah, whenever she wants to come back on the show, she can. I know Talib Kweli responded. Jill Scott responded. A lot of people been talking. He better get a DNA test. Well, I'm gonna post the kids on Patreon and members. You tell me if you think them kids are like Ryan. I don't think so, but the mama, she's like Hispanic. And then the daddy's, he's black, he's a dark-skinned black man. So they kid look like a mix of both. But now that would be some tea. What if low-key the reason why? No, it's not his kid. I take that back. If that was Ryan's kid, that kid would look different. I feel like. But I was going to say that would explain why Ryan is so close. Why he's close enough to bathe and wash his kid's hair for commercials. And it will make sense. Ooh, I know somebody else like that was messing around with somebody while they were married, and around the same time she conceived, and the kid may not be his. This is tea. I mean, in my own family, right? I would never spill this unless this person pissed me off. It don't matter, you know. But I'm just saying, ooh, Storm be knowing some tea. I guess I was always meant to do this. Talib just said she was drunk all the time. Does Trump still have the Rona? Of course. It ain't went away in 2 days. It ain't went away in 2 days at all. Now, I heard he left the hospital, but it ain't left in 2 days. I didn't see Jill Scott's interview. I just saw a post she made on IG, and she tagged everybody that Jaguar has been talking about, so I assume that was her response. Thank you for the entertainment. You made me happy. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys share. I honestly don't think he has it. According to my source, he actually did. But that's why we all say allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Love your work. Thank you. What did Jill say? Jill said, hold on, let me go to her page if she ain't blocked me. Let me go to her page. Miss Jill Scott. She said, the lion doesn't turn around when the small dog barks. An African proverb. Love and respect to Common, The Roots, Alicia Keys, Erykah Badu, Talib Kweli, Mary J. Blige, and Diddy. I sincerely appreciate your decades of musical inspiration. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Love Village. Love harder. Love smarter. Look towards the light. To me, that still don't sound like she innocent. But Jill Scott is welcome to come on the show and defend herself as well. I might even send her an invite. But for you to at everybody that Jaguar has been exposing, could be some truth to it. Just saying. Jaguar says she wants to fight Alicia Keys. That is not gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. I want to become a blogger just to do a saving with you one day. Star shouted you out tonight on his YouTube channel about your video on Jaguar, right? Hey, shout out to Star. Star is that guy. Star is that guy. I really do like that cat. You know what? Well, he's an OG. I have to show him respect. He's an OG. He's old enough to be my father. Here's the thing. It is so mind-boggling to me for me to work with somebody like Tasha that I literally used to watch, and now I'm here. I manifested this into even like meet Star, you know, and basically to be around Star too a couple times. And I'm like, oh my God, I used to watch you on TV and like listen to you on the radio. Like it's just, it truly lets me know that the sky's the limit and I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. I know that. That sounds like a woman that's trying hard to let what is being said slide off her back. Exactly. This live was a lot of fun. Thank you. Shakota said, what started her rant? Jaguar. Her son died. Pretty much her son died. And she's like, I'm exposing everything now. I think Jaguar feels, God forbid, before she go, everything gonna be out. And low key, you know that's how your spirit rests. You tell it all. Don't go to the grave of secrets. Just tell it right at the tail end. Repent before you go. I don't know what Suki. I don't really like to. Sukiyana's real low vibrational to me. I don't like to. I'm not a fan. Okay. What else? Somebody else made a comment. Did you catch Monique from Real House of Potomac lying? Here's the thing. You know, I still feel like Monique didn't need to fight Candace and should not have. I feel like Giselle should have got that butt whooping. But let me tell you something. What I did not like on tonight's episode, and I'm going to review it, is this angry black woman narrative. Just because two women who happen to be black ended up getting into a fight does not mean that all of a sudden now we're thinking that every black woman is an angry black woman. That's a stereotype that you guys put on yourself. That was never a stereotype that the public said ever. And so I'm going to go in more detail, but Giselle is full of it. So is Robin. All right. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe, share if you care, guys. I'm going to head out. I will catch you guys later.